did your parents or anybody see the last video? Did any of your family members see it?
I haven't even spoken on that. And it's just there's certain things in which, in the situation I'm in, that I don't have the capacity to process. Even just the whole autism thing, just because someone told me that, and then trying to find places to give tests, just going over in my head of what it could be or what like. There's things I just don't have time or capacity to focus on right now.
Well, I mean, last time in the video though, one of the more touching moments was when I asked you to give a message to your parents, and you told them that you didn't even know if they loved you, or that if you were even supposed to be born, basically. You haven't talked to them since that?
I spoke with my mother, and you know, it's not in relationship to that.
What was y'all's conversation about?
The last conversation was about her.
What's up, YouTube? I want to take the time to say thank you to all the channel members. Guys, I couldn't do it without you. Make sure you like and subscribe each video. And if you haven't already, click the join membership. Become a member. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. And so we got another update for you guys today. So what's going on, man?
Nothing much, just sitting out here waiting around for some food.
Okay. I gotta tell you, man, so you were one of my most favorite interviewees, man. You really were. You touched me, man. Listen, you don't have to hold your wall up here with me, man. How does it really make you feel?
A lot of times angry, pissed off, but it makes me question my place in life right now. I really question whether I'm really supposed to be here.
You're supposed to be here, man. I'll tell you that right now. You know, I had to stop the video for a second because I think I might have had some onions around or something was going on. I don't know, man. But, you know, how's everything been since the interview?
Good, then bad, and right now is trying.
Okay, let's talk about it. So, what's the good?
The good was that I did that job that I had was outside of my comfort zone, and especially being disabled and being able to.
What was the job?
I was working at a meat market, a farmer's market, selling fresh produce.
Okay, was it the curb market down here?
The municipal market. Yes.
Okay, cool. That was at Sweet Auburn, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and so you was working there, and so because I had seen you one other time, well, I seen you a couple times, but I seen you one time out here with a guy, and we had a conversation for a little bit, and that's the job you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so how long did you have that job for?
It was almost a month. I was about to do my first W-4 instead of W-2.
And so why'd you lose that job?
I was told that I was let go because of my disability. I wasn't able to keep up.
That's what they said, you wasn't able to keep up?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of other things. Like I went online trying to figure out, like, you know, more about the place I was working at. Found out that there was a racist comment that was made on behalf towards the place, and it was 6 years with no response to it. There were a lot of other things that were going on inside the market, and I feel like because I'm a very opinionated person and speaking up on these things, I became a problem for either the business I was working for or the building, the establishment that I was working at.
What kind of opinions were you speaking up on?
The quality of the meat, like the lights in which that are used to
showcase the
meats. Doing our own research over here at the Central Library, those lights actually cook the meat, and they're trying to tell them about using like LED lights and changing different color lights. Since we pulled the meat out anyways, the people have a better chance to see what kind of meat they're getting. So using blue lights or purple lights actually help them keep the meat cooler. There's a lot of other things that are happening, and you know, since we are coming into a digital age.
Well, I mean, I get it, but I mean, they've been running that business for many years, so I mean, if you're coming in there as a new guy, trying to tell them how to, you know, run their business, that's not going to work.
I offer suggestions.
Right, even offering suggestions is like, being a business owner is hard enough, right? You don't need some new person coming in there offering, you know, their opinion about stuff. So I get that, whatever. But okay, so they told you that you couldn't keep up, is what they said. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, so When we was out here the last time, you was out here with a guy. Was that like your friend or whatever, or a romantic partner? How what was
I don't
that?
have romantic partners. I'm homeless. I don't have time for that.
Okay. So who was he?
A person I met out here on the street who's actually from my hometown as well.
Okay.
Oh, so
Y'all seem to be pretty close when I, met y'all. I mean, y'all was kind of, seemed like, y'all was just hanging together and.
I mean, get to know people. Like, yeah.
So did y'all ever get romantically involved?
Not at all.
No? Okay.
They
All right.
actually cussed him out one time.
You cussed him out?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't come to my job and you're not a customer. If you come to support and keep going. Don't put me into a situation where
What did he come up there for?
he just came and just stood.
He didn't say anything?
No, he just came and just stood.
So he just came up there. You were working, and he came up to your job and just kind of stood by there. Did he look at you?
That's all he was doing was looking. Like,
He was staring at you? How long did he do this?
There's a place in there you can buy 15 pieces of of candy. Like,
How long was he there for?
I don't know. I just know afterwards I came and had a conversation. Don't do that, because then again.
What was his
another reason
explanation?
why I could have been let go.
What was his explanation for him doing that?
I didn't look for the explanation. You just don't do that. People are at work.
Why do you think he did that? Do you think he was attracted to you?
He could have been. A lot of people are attracted to me, even if I try not to. I mean, it's not something that I'm focused on.
Did he think that you guys was like in the?
He couldn't have thought that.
Okay, so there was no type of vibes from you to him or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
I give very much friend vibes to everybody.
I ain't mad at that.
I'm homeless. I don't have time for relationship vibes.
Okay. I mean, so did your parents or anybody see the last video? Did any of your family members see it?
I haven't even spoken on that. And it's just there's certain things in which, in the situation I'm in, that I don't have the capacity to process. Even just the whole autism thing, just because someone told me that, and then trying to find places to give tests, just going over in my head of what it could be or what there's things I just don't have time or capacity to focus on right now.
Well, I mean, last time in the video, though, one of the more touching moments was when I asked you to give a message to your parents, and you told them that you didn't even know if they loved you, or that if you were even supposed to be born, basically. You haven't talked to them since that?
I spoke with my mother, and it's not in relationship to that.
What was y'all's conversation about?
The last conversation was about her getting my birth certificate, so I better get my ID, so I get my bus pass, so I can get out of Atlanta.
Okay, so you trying to get on?
Yeah, I'm trying to get on to other things.
Where you headed?
I want to go back home, go get my driver's license, and then I'm
Kind of regroup a little bit?
yeah, because this is whatever is the Atlanta vibe. It's not my vibe.
That's so funny, man, because I mean, the video that we did was maybe like a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, I haven't had
And
retroactive.
you was first getting out here, so you was like, oh man, Atlanta is gonna be the place where I find my tribe, and it seems like it's a lot of people doing well, and this and that and the third.
But things seem like what it is are two different things. I've been trying to get retroactives for all this past two months and haven't been able to get them, even from the Fulton Department of Health. Like, even having to go off about getting a follow-up appointment when a doctor told me I was in a danger zone with my CD4 count, and had to go off about that, and then trying to pay for
Speak up just a little bit.
Trying to pay for advanced visits because I was struggling with drugs. I've been going to AA meetings and trying to pay in advance so that when I go.
So what drugs was it that you were struggling with?
There was meth, there was crack.
Okay.
There was weed, but I stopped that a while ago because the person that I used to date, his name started with a J, so I'm not interested in J's. So I guess I had to find someone whose name starts with a C or a H, and then I just would mix.
So when was the last time you smoked crack?
Possibly yesterday.
Okay. So I mean, is that the issue that your family has with what you got going on right now?
Uh, I think my issue with my family is me allowing them to be family.
You say you what?
My issue with my family is me allowing them to be family.
You allowing them to be family?
Yeah, I grew up taking care of myself, so it's a hard thing to let other people do something for you when you're used to doing it for yourself.
Well, I mean, how were you doing it for yourself though? Were you working as a kid?
Yes, I started cutting grass, selling candy at 8. I was legally on the clock at 15, working at McDonald's.
Okay, hustling up. I get it, man. I get it. I started working early too, man. All right, man. So at this point, we're trying to get back to Florida.
I'm not trying. It's happening.
So what's the plan?
We're back, regroup, and...
Well, I mean, when are we going to do that?
I also know that I could just go back to school when I get back there, because...
So you say you're waiting for your birth certificate so you can get an ID to get a bus?
Because I need credentials so that when I get to the bus stop, I can prove that I am who I am, even though I know I am who I am. Just got out of the hospital because, again, I can't get retroactives. They said they're going to give me retroactives.
You're saying retroactives? What are you saying?
For my HIV, which is now most likely AIDS.
Okay, so you got to get the drugs in order to keep that down and okay. Wow.
Precisely.
Okay. All right, man.
I'm trying to keep fighting for my life out here in a place that's so feel like they're so hell-bent on wanting to be just going away, just want to do away. What I've been trying to add to, found several different ways to make money. But no, I'm good.
What have you been doing to buy the crack? How have you been getting the money?
Well, there was working at the Minnesota market. I'm not a hoe, so I haven't been sucking dick for money. I haven't been fucking for cash because I'm not. Just at the same time, I also have HIV, which is going down to. So I've done the whole network a major, huge favor by not placing my disease in their network. There are people out there who are doing so to pay for their schooling. So why would I just get out here and just spread my disease because I'm angry? I'll cuss somebody out because I'm angry, but I won't just put my disease out there because I'm angry. I have no respect for myself. I love myself enough to not do that.
Hey, man, thank God for that, man. So I salute you for that. All right, man. All right, so okay. So I mean, what's our ETA? When do we think we're gonna be getting back home?
Well, I've already missed my mother. I've already started the process. All she do is just pay for my birth certificate. It's going to get sent here. I can't get any real Georgia benefits because I don't have a Georgia ID, as I've been told over and over again. So this is a whole spat between Florida and Georgia, and I don't have time for the Florida-Georgia rivalry. It's my life. So I'm just going to die in the process of Florida and Georgia, trying to figure out what they want.
So I mean, your mom, obviously is willing to help in some way. Why do you say that? You've been on your own and all this stuff is like.
My mother has other kids. My father has 13 kids, and it's a battle line to get in, to get seen. I don't have time for that. There's too many things to fight for when I can just continue to fight for myself. So even if they don't handle that.
Well, I mean, I guess the point is that they're there for you when you need them, though, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't spoken to my father. I've already reached out. I have heard nothing. So
How long has it been since you've spoken to him?
I don't count the days. That's pointless.
Has it been over a year?
There's no reason to even guesstimate.
You say what?
There's a reason to even guesstimate.
Well, I mean, it just gives us an idea of exactly how long. I mean, some people say I haven't talked to him in a long time, but it's been a week. Some people say
it's definitely been longer than a week. It's been more than months.
Okay, so but possibly not quite a year though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've defended both him to my mother and my mother to him. So I'm just gonna step out of the middle of that and just allow myself to focus on myself.
You say that again. You did what?
I'm gonna step out from.
No.
That.
What'd you say before that about him with your mother?
I defended him to my mother and my mother to him. They want to talk shit about each other. They can do that while I'm not in their presence.
So they're using you as a therapist, basically.
They're using me.
A lot of parents do that, man.
As an emotional bag.
Right, yeah, as a therapist, like basically, right. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. That's placing a lot of emotional baggage and trauma on the kids because the kids then feel like they have to kind of straddle the fence when it comes to both parents, and that's not okay. So, all right.
I'm not picking a side because I didn't ask to be here.
Okay, okay. All right, and you say that your mom didn't see the video?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, y'all didn't talk about it when you talked?
It took me like a while to even watch a video myself. And that was a lot.
And you say you haven't checked the Cash Apps?
No, I haven't.
You could possibly have a decent amount on there, man.
Yeah.
Why haven't you checked it?
Because for those people who have deposited, I have to make sure that their money goes towards my better.
Say that again now?
For those who have deposited, I'm making sure that money goes towards my better.
Your brother?
My better. Instead of me like just doing motion to get fucked up.
Oh, okay, so just keep it saved because right now you're still kind of in the heart of your addiction and everything else.
Yep. And I've been going, like I said, I've been going to AA, I'm going to NA. So I got my first chip. Then I kind of fucked it up because I just smoked last night. So.
Okay, man. One foot in front of the other, man. That's all you can do out here, man. And if you make a mistake, you just got to try again the next day, brother. That's how it is.
Choice. I understand the difference between a mistake and a choice.
So let me ask you, man. I mean, you're a fairly young guy. What age were you the first time that you smoked crack?
I'm still within a year of that.
So you just recently started?
And I did that so I get into a program so I get off the street.
Wait, say that again?
I did that so I get into a program so I get off the street. Because a lot of these programs, if you're not on a drug, they're not going to help you.
Are you sure about that, man? I mean, I've got several folks that are not on drugs that got help through the various programs out here. But that was not here, though. That was in Florida, right?
I need access to that information.
Yeah, we could definitely wrap after the video, man. But that was in Florida when you started that?
Yep.
Do you regret that?
Sure do.
It's a pretty bad reason, man, to start smoking crack. I mean, you're young enough that you fully are aware of what crack did to our community. You've heard the term crackheads, so you kind of knew like crack was not the thing to do.
It was supposed to be the war on drugs, but it was the drug for war. It was a drug for war. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen, man, like I say, we really appreciate you taking the time, giving us this update. If anybody out there wanted to continue to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Social media, Cash App?
My phone was just stolen. I don't think the same thing is hit me up on
So
Facebook.
should I just put up the Cash App from the last time?
You can hit me up on Facebook. Michael Alonzo Supeto Brown.
You say that again. What's your name?
Michael Alonzo Supeto Brown.
You got to spell that.
MICHAEL ALONZO SUSPADO BROWN. I'm the only one in the whole entire world with that.
Okay. All right, man. Well, like I say, man, we really appreciate you and definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, all right? My guy, man.